Roll.
Get
the
into
reception.
the game.
Yeah, one coach doing squats, the other one squatting.
Yeah.
So
The other one just leveling up in RuneScape.
oh, I can't be a part of this. I feel like if I'm around Duncan, I'm just gonna.
I draw people over to the dark side. That's the thing, man.
All right. So you're actually gonna have.
I'm waiting to make some kind of face it insertion here to really just stir.
Sure.
Stir the pot.
Well, you know, if Face It was your mom, she'd make the best sandwiches because she always cuts the corners off.
Have you been waiting to use that one, or did
No,
you
it's
just
made
kinda-
up there. You wanted a Face It thing. There you go.
See, I like face it for being a talent because
Yeah.
I can normally have a similar vibe to this in this
Sure,
segment.
yeah. It's relaxed. It's cool. A bit wacky, you know. Not everything's about the game. You know, sometimes you don't even watch the match, but enough about the major. Nothing. You're not going to give me
Nothing
anything? No? Okay, right.
I'm just gonna stare.
Yeah. Just say nothing. Nothing incriminating. Everything you say will be held against you in a court of law.
Correct. NRG's going to snag the pistol here and
Ethan's
maybe
already good.
start with a little of that poise we weren't sure about. But Ghost will be looking for that third round buy, it looks like, and that's where things get a little interesting. If NRG, I would almost be looking to die to that rifler, like find out where the M4 guy is and die there, so that Cirque doesn't
Tactical death.
Yeah.
get tactical death.
Yeah. To make sure he can't.
They know
farm
Ethan
money.
is playing over towards Banana as well. Problem is like Fugly's first contact.
Fugly's going to ace this and drop an op to Cirque or something.
Didn't he start off train as well with getting an ace on an intake kill?
Yeah, I don't know if we get the ace here because the T's have flashes. They might flash this corner
Yeah, they
after a
should.
jiggle peek. They don't want to waste him though, so there's a good chance.
All right. Gets one at least.
He's going to farm now.
Oh. It's a meaty nade.
There you go.
Right now, all you do is just chase down Ethan.
Oh, get that bomb plant?
All right.
That's really good.
That's a win, yeah.
So now, yeah,
For a pistol save, this is a massive win. If they can get a kill, it'd be even nicer. There we go. There's one.
Oh, you'll take
They
that.
got a plant, one kill.
You're going to have a pretty good buy going into this one as well. This is where like I feel iffy about the fact that like there's not enough time for you to build an economy as a CD side, so I don't feel like I don't see necessarily the value in getting the SMGs anymore. I feel like it's a risk because like you can opt here to buy in with like M4s
Wardell's
and
gone
everything.
for the glass cannon off. This is a lad right here. This is a lad right here.
On the T side as well.
He's going
yeah.
for a glass cannon off.
What's the over under for this map, Duncan?
Oh, it's going to be a lot harder on this one. So I'd say we set it at like 21. 21 maybe.
21?
What do you think? Over 21 or under 21?
I'm going under.
I'm going under.
What about you, Jordan?
But enough about the clubs.
Yeah, under. I'm looking for a big game from Steel here.
There's one kill. All of a sudden, these UMPs looking lonely.
It's like, yeah, it's great and all that they have a bunch of utility, but again, if Ghosts are, you know, forward with this, they can definitely like bait out a lot of the utility that's
There you
left
go,
on the
they've
side
heard
and
the
still have
AWP.
time.
They've heard that there is an AWP in the banana, so will they peek him?
Honestly, if I'm Ghost at this point, I have Fugly rotating over towards A. Once you got in that forward position, because again, you don't have the weaponry to really hold off. Like a crossfire with UMPs and MP9s is not really going to be the best thing in the world.
They're going to come back to the banana, though. So let's see if they can spot out this guy on the left. Who is that? I can't see by the number.
It's Cirque.
That's
And
not
that's
the
gone
ideal
wrong.
one. So this is it. This is the Fugly moment. Gets one kill, gets traded.
Well, they've already gotten coosed up through mid, yeah. I don't know. Like I feel like you limit yourself so much in terms of options. Like it's great you have utility, but again, like Inferno is a bit of a standstill for the first minute.
Because think about that's the problem. Is like it's not as simple as like we just save or like do that. It's like if they're getting AKs, we basically have to treat it like a real gun round anyway. So would you rather have no utility in an M4? I don't know about that. It's a tough. It's like a.
It's a tough call. Yeah.
Pick your poison, isn't it?
Absolutely. But I just think like on a map like Inferno, it's tough to really necessarily hold on to that utility until they get close to a bomb site, right? Because you want to fight for banana control initially, but then like if they manage to draw out enough utility on your end, then you know your advantage kind of, or your strength dissipates the further into the round you go. That doesn't really happen if you have an M4, right? You're always going to have a strong weapon. I mean, gives Ghost a golden opportunity to get back into the game at least, and I mean, they could buy up here. I mean, Sir can get an op. Actually, they're going to drop an op for him? Okay, yeah. There we go. Dabs drops that over. So they do actually get a pretty decent buy off of that, all things considered. But now they're, again, not the best in terms of weaponry and have far less utility than what they had in the previous round. And obviously, Ghosts are looking great in that sense.
Oh, he's made a step though. Your boy Breezy surely knows. No, he definitely does.
They messed up the molly actually, yeah.
Oh,
well, there we go.
Kill.
Well done.
Unlucky Breezy.
That's the entire A-bomb site down.
That was karma for not talking to his bruh.
That's exactly how that works. That's the power we hold.
It is. It is. Listen, we gave you a chance. We wanted to make you shine like a star, bruh. And instead, you spurned us. And so the game spurns you. If you're loyal to the game will be loyal to you. Yes.
All right. At least no hunting going on the side of Ghost because it's too early really to have an established economy. So going to be able to hold on to 3 weapons. At least at this point, they've weeded out all the UMPs and everything, but now they're going to be stuck in a situation where they don't necessarily have too much utility. Actually, yeah, they're not even going to be able to drop. I think this is kind of like the shitty situation where you have to not buy up anything on Daps and Breezy.
Wardell under still looking solid.
Yep.
This is one of those maps where as an opper, you only really get kills if the CT you have to do real dumb peeks.
Or just get you in after plans.
Think about it. There's literally...
Yeah, and B at like new box.
Until they
Big
come
pit.
onto the site. Like, of course, so CT is where you're going to mainly use the AWP. Like, you're only even going to get AWP shots onto people if they literally are coming onto the site. Because every other angle, you flash or smoke off.
Yeah, exactly. The utility usage is too much to get.
You never just hold in an angle like you'll overpass or something where you can just, I can sit on this one
This
angle
is where they're like, right here where like Chris J would do some stuff when I was playing with him where he would by himself smoke out that molly bottom B, run through it with the op, and op people. And so that's like the only way you end up getting kills is the op on T side.
But at that point, like, again, if you have to go through those kind of extremes to get anything
Is it
from
worth
it,
it?
yeah, exactly. Like, is that worth the investment of it? Like as many times, you know,
No,
like, I'll constantly go into
and I don't know. I didn't play with him long enough to know his decision process, but watching him kill Nico slam his desk 20 seconds in the gun, I was like, that was worth it. Now, second attempt, maybe not so much.
All right. So for the tilt factor, it's worth it.
Tilt factor, yo, dude, for sure. Certain teams. It's so funny how you start to learn as the more you get into the more you play these top teams. Certain guys just hate dying in an unconventional way. If they die in an unconventional way, you know they're tilted. And some players like Cold Zero, it doesn't really work because they just use the tilt to like go even harder. But
well, the infamous Cobblestone game or whatever it was when they went for their knife, I think it was Simple.
Yeah, that was
Navi
Simple.
went for the knife on him, and then they just lost the whole game off that one. Cold Zero just went supernova. Yeah.
I mean, just don't go for knives.
ESL Cologne, when we played as Cloud9, when we were up on the first map, Train, and we did something dumb and then lost, and then Cobble?
Yes, Cold Zero got that.
That clutch.
CZ.
He was bottom mid with the CZ, and the very first person's like low, and we're like, all right, we'll all just peek him by ourselves. And then literally just the worst CT side ever after that. We went from winning, I think we were up 2-0 to down like 9-4. It was like...
That's pretty rough.
Just so terrible money after that.
Wardell 0 kills so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went with the under, so
This one's starting slow.
I bet 4 apple juices and spicy
Did anyone
chicken.
go over?
I don't think so. We listened to the hedge better.
Yeah.
Tommy Lurpus, Covenant.
He definitely went under.
Axelrod.
X Capital.
X Capital.
Well,
Tommy.
to be
Tommy
fair,
Capital.
To be fair, logically, Lurpus is obviously the Paul Giamatti character, and Elon Musk is the Bobby Axelrod guy, and Lurpus is trying to take
Elon
him down
Musk
for
is Elon
financial.
Musk.
No, but in the Billions
No, yeah.
show, that is, you know.
I thought he was in it. That's why. I haven't seen
Was
it
he
all
actually
yet.
in it? I don't think he was in
Who?
Billions, no.
Elon Musk?
Musk?
No.
He's the
No,
sort of
Mark
person that would
Cuban.
be.
Mark Cuban.
Mark
was
Cuban
in
was,
Mark
yeah.
Cuban was on it.
it. I
Yeah.
haven't finished yet, so
It's a pretty good show.
shut
a
your
good show.
mouths.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's a rare show about finance in that like there's nothing that's like blatantly wrong and like super
It's not
dumb.
like those shows where, you know, like those detective shows where they just have a character who can just hack all computers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tracking
Or
it now.
enhance
and I'm
everything.
tracing-
Let me just
tracing
hack
their
into the
location around the world. Yeah,
FBI.
exactly. Like, oh, I've just
Running
searched the
facial
database.
scan on this
Is it-
traffic camera.
Italian job where it's like the
Yeah.
traffic camera like turning green all the
obviously.
way.
Because that was such a nightmare in the 2000s when they started adding that sort of technology to those TV shows. Like, you just ruined this show completely.
Ooh, the old Fanatic wrap.
Didn't really commit to it though.
The half wrap. This is a veggie wrap. Steel, what did I tell you guys? Catalyst. Josh is one of those players. Reminds me of like Karn in the old Fnatic, because he was like felt like such a low priority as like in-game leader and a fragger.
I really want someone to clip Jordan's comparison of Steel to Card on the old Fnatic and send this to good old Patrick.
Of course.
All right, so follow through.
Okay, we're
Keep
not
going.
not talking about list of
going.
accomplishments. Calm down.
Sure.
He was banned. He didn't have a chance, right? Oh, that's my
Yes.
way. That's my way
Yes.
out. No, as a rifler, do you not remember how many times Karn on like a bomb site like B would just B hop around the corner, and his idea was to die for like force to get right, and these guys or Gux.
No, Jordan, I mostly remember him dying and then good players coming in after.
I remember him getting a lot of scenarios where he would just randomly
That's
kill
that
one or two.
cynicism that we've all come in on love. So,
It's just play style. Maybe, yeah. All things aside, but I just feel like that like rifle knife out IGL who just
I'll give you a better comparison.
here we go.
oh no,
Here we go.
Ed is.
no
Good for
because
nothing.
Josh probably has better movement than Ediz. I love Ediz, but Ediz was a little stiff on the entries. I still cite those. Ediz
He
is what
tap people going up catwalk.
I still cite Ediz. Oh, off Dust 2?
Yeah.
I still cite him as one of my favorite teammates all time.
I had dinner with Eddie's a couple of weeks ago.
So you're saying that he was good for nothing?
Yes, he was.
Not bad.
That was low hanging, but I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
What else
The
is low
name
hanging?
of another movie that you starred in one summer when you needed a few extra bucks.
No, I just did that one for fun.
Okay. That's the best reason to do anything.
Pro bono.
Pro boner.
Pro boner.
Cirque, falling back to rap. As I try to change the subject very fast here, and it goes into
But do wrap it up, kids.
as we.
Wrap it up. Stay safe.
Wardell, 0.
Still working out nicely
The
for us.
under. We're just on top of this.
Game's still going fine.
What we should do is quit all our esports jobs so that we can bet without Valve complaining
Yes.
and become a betting hedge fund.
That's not a bad idea.
There you go.
And you just tell people, like, listen, you give us your money, we pick the right bets.
Yeah.
They,
We
oh,
put
they
'em on.
subscribe to our
Yeah.
bets. What kind of rate we charging?
2 and
It's got to
20.
be something nice.
2
Like,
and
yeah.
20.
Yeah, exactly.
What'd you say?
2 and 20. 2% off the AUM off the top and 20% of performance.
That sounds too logical. I need something. I want deeper.
Listen, Jordan. Once we make crazy returns first year, it'll be like 2 and 50.
Okay, there you go. That's more like it.
Well, the thing is, though, we'll never make any money because I've always been told that I always get every prediction wrong. And so every fan who messages me on Twitter, they're actually always betting against me, and they're all really rich now. So turned out it works for everyone.
Maybe
so,
we can hire those guys.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you are going to bet, maybe GG.bet would be the location.
I would say grab a Monster Energy drink, plug in your AOC monitor, put on your Sennheisers, listen to some music, and get
Go.
your bets in.
Smooth.
I could have went deeper. That's Duncan's specialty.
Real smooth.
Exactly.
I didn't want to take the fire away from him.
No.
The red on his head. Eh.
Is fire really red? I'd say it's more of like a yellowy orange.
There's a blue to it that you don't really see.
There is sometimes, like if it's a
Depending
gas
on-
flame.
Depending on
Yeah.
how hot it is.
Yeah, we're getting into all the science and everything now
Yeah,
of
yeah.
combustion. So. And the thing about it is it needs oxygen. So let me breathe, and then let's reignite this motherfucker before it cools off too much.
There we go. Wardell's finally on the board. Let's make work of that up.
Neptune grabs a second as Ghost is having a
still
strong
be a
T-side right
2-0.
here. And Cirque
Still
just
worked for
peek-
that one.
Yeah.
He put in work. That was a blue-collar kill there.
Issue now is that
If
energy.
Ghost wins this map, it's NRG has had such an underwhelming start to the game.
Oh yeah.
Like remember, look, like we made this point earlier. On paper, they are the favourite to win the tournament. Logically,
Oh yeah.
they're the number one ranked team here.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
so if they can't win this, it's like what tournament can you win? You know,
Go back to
Shanghai.
Shanghai.
you've
Shanghai?
just got to get a bunch of complete bombs, basically.
Who did they play in the final?
Tai Lu.
Lu. Tai Lu and one.
3-0'd them.
Yeah.
I think it was a best of 5, right? Yeah, I think they've
Tried.
3-0'd
Yeah, I'm
them.
trying to remember. I think it was a best of 5.
Yeah. Timeout, of course.
Dab's just gone to the AUG. The issue for energy for pretty much the entirety of this half at this point, unless they obviously just went out, is that they're not really going to have too much money at any given point. They're going to get one good buy-in, then back to ecoing. It's like this can skyrocket so much out of control. And usually, energy have had pretty solid starts on both sides of their halves, and then just kind of peter out towards the end of it. But now they're starting slow as well. They go what? We're going into round 9. Ethan got 3 frags on pistol. Now he's sitting at 5. So he hasn't really done too much since then.
That's what I'm talking about.
How many times are we going to see that, though? We saw that in the Optic game as well. Guy on the corner, just with a nade in hand, not really doing too much out of himself, just getting or offering himself up as an easy pick.
Yeah.
Unfortunate timing for Daps. No gap as well. And this round is over.
Yep. Looking pretty good for Ghost, I gotta say.
Yeah, no, they.
Particularly because they didn't start well, but as soon as they got guns,
Yeah,
just took control.
and they've actually been able to do. I mean, this started with that. I think it was a 3v4. Might have been a 4v5 round where they went towards speed. The fact that they've just been able to get really clean bomb site takes just puts energy in a situation where, again, they don't have the percentage going in their favor in terms of, or probability going in their favor for a retake, so they're just saving over and over again.
Then again, Halvor, they are at least in 3v4s for these retakes, not 5v5s like some of the
yeah,
other
no,
teams
that's-
earlier in the day.
Yeah, there
So
are
that's an improvement as the day has gone on.
stuff is happening in that sense.
That's also why, to me, Cirque's been a bit underwhelming, because like, he does get AWPs every time they're available.
Oh yeah, I mean, like
They buy him
that's
every
the thing.
time they
He gets
can.
dropped an op every single time it's possible. So like just as a function of how many times you've got it, how many chances you get, some of the times you kind of just have to go for some kills. 6-3. It's looking pretty rough for energy. If they lose this, that's gonna completely change what I would have thought would be the outcome of
Well,
this
especially
tournament.
because obviously, like, this was their pick.
Yep.
So they're in a tough spot at the moment. Like, what do you do if you've lost it a few times in the last couple of months or so?
Completely changes how the bracket's gonna play out.
That's true as well.
Yeah, because that would mean we'd have NRG versus Complexity in the lower,
Yep.
Ghost versus winner of Big versus G2.
which, by the way, is obviously like a little bit of a trigger for the old NRG guys from the minor.
Oh yeah,
Wasn't it Complexity and
Yeah,
United who beat them? I think so.
pretty sure that was
What I
the
remember, I
case.
think it was Rogue that didn't play them, right? Just
But
maybe
both
the group or
Complexity and
something.
Rogue went through
Yes.
over energy because they just
I
lost
gotta
the
say,
plot midway through.
Neptune's actually looked pretty good in this series, despite
Eye test?
despite the unfortunate clutch situation.
Ever since then, I lit a fire under him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I got him motivated.
Come on,
That's the thing. He
Wardell.
even mentioned that, you know, like he's a shy guy. He needs someone to really take that step for him.
One of you said this before, but they really should color the font of the player who you're spectating.
Yeah, everything just seems light blue.
Yeah, it's
There we
confusing.
go. He's on the board. How does he miss shots like that? But every shot, otherwise he's hitting.
The one thing I could say right there is
he's
with
like a
the
Michael
flame
Lele
up,
hopper.
sometimes with the flame up too, it's way harder to see the guy than it is in the go-to.
Oh, yeah,
because
with
the
Molotov
blue.
things?
Because
Yeah.
it depends on your settings. Like on the stream, they have the highest settings, and it's easier to see through
Yeah.
the flame.
I'll say this: I've tried every setting in the possible, like every combination of it. I still can't see shit through Molotov.
Trying to cheat, of course.
I
through Molotovs.
googled.
I mean, I just keep getting shot through Molotovs. So I'm like,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
doing something wrong that everybody else is.
High, low, high, high.
Listen,
High, low, high, high.
Alvor, you have to understand.
It's one
no
of the
matter how
settings that
much-
needs to be on high, and then you can see pretty well.
No matter how much you change the settings, you will never be able to do what the people on Faceit can do. You understand that?
It's very
These
true.
people are wizards.
They are grand magicians.
You know,
I haven't quite reached that plane.
masters of the dark arts. Like you have to go to them like, can this ability be learned? Not from a legit player. Pretty cool memes there.
One thing I will say though, it is less of an issue in CS:GO than what it was in 1.6.
Of course. Like the sad thing that people didn't realize in 1.6, and if people had actually understood this, so many pro players would have just scouted out old graphics cards. Was some of those old ones like that weren't perfect at like rendering the smoke, just basically let you see through most of it. You know,
Yeah.
like certain puffs of the smoke you could just see straight through.
Obviously, the fact that 16-bit was an option as well to play with.
I saw that Jordan started to get a little bit like his eyes started twitching when I was talking about like using like smoke
puffs
you know,
and
like, so like he was going like, oh, I think I'm familiar with what you're referring to there.
I'm not only familiar, I'm an expert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
In like
yes.
2004 in online leagues, it was completely normal to play with 16 bits. Like people didn't really realize that like smokes were almost non-existent.
Remember you had to take the screenshot after a while?
No,
Yeah.
that only
Yeah.
started in
Smoke
like
screens.
2006 or something. Like until then, it was kind of just wild
See, that was the thing, Jordan. In 1.6, your big problem was, people wondered, could you even see the smoke puffs? In CS:GO,
I wasn't sure
too
if it was
many
there.
smoke puffs. The
Yes.
other way around, the opposite problem.
It was a blur.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
I
Those
want my
blurred
lawyer.
lines.
I want my lawyer.
I mean,
Mom.
actually,
My mom.
Lurpus, you might remember this guy. Actually, Duncan, you might
Come
too. Do you guys remember the Swedish player called Zios? Z-I-O-Z.
Z-I-O-S.
Yeah, he used to play with Spawn and like these rendezvous mixes and everything, like way back when.
Big cheater.
He's pretty much notorious for being able to find like every console command known to man in order to make your smoke disappear. So he would
that
post
Finnish
like
player who played for Penta, and then Sprout Zen.
Zen, yeah.
He's like, I used to ban him from like the Finnish like 10-man channel because like we had like that anti-cheat to take screenshots of shit.
Yeah.
And he'd had like all those channels where like everything's like super bright, one color. And he'd
Oh.
always have like everything that like just doesn't get you banned.
What they should do is get someone like that and have their own show where they like, it's like Pimp My Ride, but they do it for your setup. They're like, right, I'm just going to go ahead and increase the digital vibrance here for you, so you can see that there. And these smokes, they're a little bit extra. Let's peel that back a little bit. Let's take it down a bit, Interp, are you fast at shooting? A little bit slow, right? We'll put a bit of lag on that. So you can still kill them when they've gone around the corner. Like, what else do you need right now? It's like, oh, this is
Maybe
so
a
sick.
I felt like
little
1.6 you
aim
could do a
assist?
lot more than you would think you could do
Of
with
course,
Go.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
thought you were going to be able to do a shit ton with Go because the source engine. But
It's not even that
everything's
famous that
restricted,
people
right?
have sick configs in CS:GO, right?
yeah.
yeah, everything's restricted in CS:GO. Like in 1.6, you could actually use alias commands to actually make it possible to diffuse and shoot at the same time, or silent diffuse. You could also remove smokes with it, and it was completely undetectable, which is
Remember-
great fun when you're playing clan base.
Remember SK Gaming, like how they had the profiles? I had my config on there as a player
Yes.
profile, and I had a shit ton of downloads because everyone thought there was going to be some master
It was just,
like.
just
Yeah.
basic as fuck.
Yeah, I was like,
Actually, what you should have done is just like upload just a complete bullshit config file, which is
Of
like
course,
I
yeah.
run with page down and I strafe with L. It's like
except that was
all
real
over the
for some
place.
players, like Storm.
Oh look, Duncan Thorian Shields nominated for Esports Journalist of the Year.
Not bad. Not bad. And the
Just popped up
reigning
on,
champion.
Just popped up
So
on.
I'll
Twitter.
retweet that. Get your votes in nice and early.
Had
It's
a
the only
nice,
way we're
nice
gonna-
speech last year. That was
Wasn't
a
bad,
good
was
one.
it? Wasn't bad.
That was a good one.
Did put in some work on that one, you might say.
Seas leaves Gambit.
Was he on Gambit?
So
I guess
he's
he was
alive.
contracted by him.
He's alive, and apparently so's Gambit, right? That's information to me.
Learn something new every day. These bomb site takes just keeps going so well for Ghosts. It's been a while since we've seen like a really, really nice buy out of energy. So there's like some part that's lacking.
Somehow cut my finger. I'll be right back.
How have you done that? Sharp.
Mic drop.
So energy were up 2-0 and now it's 3-9 and they're about to be in the lower bracket.
Yeah, no, they're really having a hard time of it here.
Also, the Wardell under is just like really coming in hot.
Everything's working out for us
especially
today.
taking into account Ghosts are winning so much.
I mean, yeah, Jordan called this. You know, the big game coming out of Steel,
He did.
setting out 11 frags so far,
Yeah.
leading the team.
We've been underestimating Jordan this whole time, guys.
He is a bit of a prophet.
Clairvoyant. That's the name of a Fried Frag movie. Ooh.
There we go. Finally something in the way of.
Well, I mean, they finally did something, right? Like
Yeah,
they just
actually went proactive
Yeah.
about it. Yeah. And again, nothing too crazy. I guess they can take a little bit more of a risk once they're on pistols and whatnot. They might feel more comfortable about doing that. But I don't know. They need to do something. Like their default setups aren't really panning out too well here.
problem is if Fugly doesn't get the first kill, they lose this round regardless.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've gotten Breezy in there with an MP9. Could do some damage. There we go. Actually, yeah, no follow-up from Ghost there at all.
That was bad. They were not.
They were
ready
not
for
set up
those
to actually go
trades.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad round. Just as soon as we started saying that Jordan was right.
I mean, he did leave the couch, so it might have something to do with it. Come back strong.
This is going to be the Ghost 2-0. It's looking like, boys.
Definitely
Wardell,
didn't see this coming.
Not even needed. Not even needed.
There you go. I actually thought it said redhead. Monster. That would have been a good.
That would be my brand if I got the sponsorship.
Yeah.
Monster Redhead.
Tagline, straight fire.
Exactly.
Is there a mic on now, Jordan? It's
Nope,
not.
He's off. He's off.
They've cut off Jordan.
He's been done. Probably because he slammed it on the ground. The tech guy went mental.
I'm
There we
here,
go. He's
I'm
back.
back,
He's
I'm
back.
back.
He's back in the building. Mic check. Mic check.
1,
MC.
2, what is this? I'm
MC.
about to give you the microphone business. Thorin's out here with the rhymes of quickness. He's got the words. He's got the rhythm.
Witness. I'm bearing witness.
I bear witness to the quickness. He's got the funnies. He's got the jokes and all of the analogies to follow and poke.
So we were right on track for a quick 2-0, and now it looks like
you
we're
know,
about to get
it
a
was going
third
right up
nap.
until the
It
end.
was
yeah.
going.
I was following.
We just need to work on your beatboxing skills
Okay.
so we could follow up.
Okay.
at the
You weren't a
end of the
fan?
event. What's up?
You weren't a fan? I was putting too much funk in there.
No, I like the rhythm of the beat. We just need some more out of
Right.
you know, some depth with some
Yes.
guttural.
Yes.
I need you to really get into it. There you go.
Do some of that. Yeah.
A little bit more bass, a little more percussion. That's it. I don't even know what those words mean.
I don't know.
was about to
Sounded
say,
good
like-
though.
Yeah.
Sounded good.
Robin, would you come in here and jinx energy? Would you come in here and jinx energy? They're making a comeback.
Talk on that mic. Come on. They can't hear you.
It's not even trying.
Hello. Come on. Here we go.
Come on, buddy.
He's coming to the mic. He's coming. He's going to
50 on the mic.
take it. Take
Come
it
on,
all.
buddy.
How you doing, Robin?
I'm good. How are you? Oh, I like this little get something to
Are
hold.
you about to a serenade? Whoa, can we get a shot of...
Yeah, can we get? I feel like that's something that needs to be showcased.
Impressive. Did you see that, Jordan?
Do we have a replay?
I'll show you later.
Camera 1. I'll show you later. Whoa.
Wait, so what's going on here? Why are we jinxing ourselves?
Because Ghost looks like they're going to win the second map and that'll be 2-0.
I mean, so here's the thing. So I obviously have had the game off. I did see on first map the energy was ahead,
Yeah.
11-0.
11-0, and then they ended up losing, right?
Yep,
Yes.
in overtime.
Was that more so for Ghost playing well?
I mean, they didn't play poorly, but you can't
Neither
really
team had a
say
T
nice.
side.
Yeah, you
Neither
can't say
team
nice
had a
things
T
about their
side.
Oh,
T
okay,
side.
okay. So it was T-side issue.
Ghost was like
Oh, breathe.
T-side train, just like trying to pop flash out everywhere.
Right.
And just kept nothing ever happened. And then randomly just went around. And then they just kind of settled down finally and won 4. And then
I mean, you
Just had a
wouldn't,
pretty
you wouldn't
solid team.
believe how slow each team played. It's not like they were playing slow and took map control. Like they would just keep losing health, going around a little bit,
Right.
not really getting map control, and then executing with 15 seconds left. And unsurprisingly,
well,
I mean, now let's be real here, though. Like in
Getting
terms of
wrecked.
jinxing, like this is a great result so far for Ghost.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. We were talking about that before. I have Ghost as a top 3 team in North America currently.
thought you were about to say the world.
No,
It's
no,
like
North
you're getting
America.
a little bit ahead of
He's
yourself.
going all in
Here's the
already.
problem
You've
for
seen
me
enough.
with energy, right? Like, I feel like they're way too overhyped in a sense. Like, I feel like we're talking so good about these guys, and like, sure, they've had some good results and stuff, but honestly, like last few tournaments I've seen them on, it's just like it's somewhat lackluster, right?
Oh yeah, no. Ever since the break, they've just been like a shell of
Right?
themselves.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
So with that in mind, would this really be counted as an upset? Considering, like, as I feel like Ghost has been playing really well as of late.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think it's an upset, but it's just not as big of an upset as
Sure,
one
okay.
might think.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's a fair point.
That's why, like, when I saw that Ghost was invited to this tournament, I was actually quite happy because I actually really enjoy watching Ghost play. I think they bring like a new kind of style. You know, Josh has really remade this team honestly into
Yeah.
like a very functional.
That's
one.
why we were actually upset a little at the beginning of train.
Oh yeah, because
Because,
it
you know,
was
the
so
first
bad.
go around, sometimes they do the fast strat.
Right.
So you
They
get
try
that free
something.
round, and then you don't really show them anything.
Right.
But they did that like 7 rounds in a row, and then like it was.
It's like that
but
was their
then
entire
they finally
playbook.
found their footing.
Right.
They got a lucky
Right,
clutch from
boys.
Neptune,
This is the big pistol.
and then they kind of
Bring me
brought
the
it back in.
pistols,
So
bring me the pistols.
NRG has looked like the team who's more poised, but they're just kind of like deflated right now, and kind of being a little, you know, you could say some kind of expletive, but like they're no,
Could
they're
you?
they're
How
on.
mild
Like
of
what?
you.
I know.
No, you know what I'm
What-
saying?
like
No,
what
like
could you
NRG
say?
as a team needs to like
They
stand
are a
tall.
team, yes.
NRG as a
Factually
team needs
correct.
to stand tall. Tommy, I need you to
To get their head
simmer.
of the game, need to step their level up. Need to check themselves before they wreck
There's
themselves.
actual substance in there if you're listening.
Yes.
And then just to check, right? So if Energy loses this one, they're gonna play the
Complexity, I
Lustrov
think.
heroic. No, Lustrov heroic and Kingwin,
Ooh, you
right?
need to get one more there, Josh.
Yeah,
Sure.
Kingwin. Yeah.
Listening to this in the
But why
future,
though?
Josh.
Wasn't that how the bracket was?
Why would you swap when you drop though? Swap, drop, and roll.
And I guess
Pop,
it's
drop, and skull.
Or do I have this?
no, I think
the other
that's
way?
right. Yeah, because Loser, Big, and G2 they play Complexity, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah,
it's on the
yeah.
other side of the bracket.
Right.
My mistake. It's because NRG was replacing. Big,
No,
if you
Sub Rosa,
remember,
what are
and
you
that
doing?
Stupid bracket.
Oh,
was
okay,
mistaken.
never mind.
Yeah, you're right. The other side of the bracket.
All
Bad
right.
3v2 to lose if they lose this.
Slow HP on both sides though.
That was a big kill.
Nice shot. Actually, just like it goes back as well. Doesn't wanna risk it.
Jeez.
That was big.
Well played
It
after
was.
plant though from Energy there. So they won both pistols so far.
They did.
Yeah.
That is true.
We'll see if the trend continues though, where it's like whatever team wins pistol, they mess things up for the third round bye and never actually string consecutive rounds together. Again, I think
Could be. Could be.
I mean, I feel like they've gone for a better approach here because they've got the Galil in there instead of a third SMG. So you do have the room to upgrade as well for that potential third round buy. I'm still waiting to see the first CT side that actually decides to go for 2 ecos and just have a really, really sick fourth round buy.
This is the kind of situation where you should do that because, you know, on Inferno, you really need the utility and you're up.
Yeah,
You're
you
still
got a
up.
cushion.
So you should actually just double save. Make sure you have tons of money to
They're
work.
not going to do that. It's not going to happen.
They're not going to do that. I know.
I feel like Josh would be the kind of in-game leader to actually force
I'd
his
like
team
him
to do that.
but will he do it though?
Well,
Or
with
will
the
they do
mon-
that thing where they're like,
Well, with the money shift now, when you get 4-4, 4-5, it's so tempting to want to buy that third round. But as you said, utility's been a factor. Of,
Yeah, exactly, right? Because I feel like that's how you see like a lot of teams fall flat, really. Like on both sides. Like if you go for the UMPs and utility, and then great, you have utility, but you
Yeah,
trade
what
so
would you
much
do
early
if-
on.
What if you just bought a bunch of flashes and you just
Just
like
went aggressive?
Yeah, and then if it didn't work out, you just have weird like 1 or 2 left for late like wrap flash from big pit late like
That's just,
Depop.
yeah.
Could work, but that's definitely risky.
I feel like you're standing like you're taking a risk regardless of how you approach it. If you want to go low utility or high
so they're
utility.
doing here with the full save then? Just don't give up any kills.
That's smart, actually. Yeah, don't let the Mac 10s farm any money.
Fuck thee, where art thou?
All right, nobody's speaking, so I feel like he's gonna have to commit if he wants to find anything. Might get 1 kill here. There we go. The guy from there we go. Guy from Graveyard steps in. Actually, this is
That's
pretty
pretty
decent.
good so far. See, you get those guns though, that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Both Mac 10s
Can
are
you
gone.
get to any of the guns?
It's only Mac 10s, so it's not like the biggest thing for them to hold on to them. But yeah, I guess.
Now you should definitely save because now you have guns. Something
Glass
for
cannon
this
all.
round too.
Wardell.
Is he doing it?
Wardell.
Oh yeah.
He's done it again. He's done it again. It worked out for him last time though. Let's see what
Alright.
the cheeky lad does this time. CT
No
side.
armor.
This is pretty interesting though.
Glass cannon.
Who was it who picked up? Yeah, Steel picked up the Mac 10. Yeah, he decided to not buy a weapon at all. Just go with full utility.
Josh Tepper got to get 2.
This is
right
still
now.
a better buy though than what Energy had on their 3rd round.
So
The bar was not set particularly high.
I
No.
like the early
Here we
aggression
go with the pink
to
man.
take B control, but then if NRG does what I think they're going to do and go up mid quick, Wardell has to put on a show right here.
This is what Optic did as well.
If you
In the
miss
first matchup, you had a standard 3-man setup towards B, and Optic just rushed up mid through second
Let's see
mid.
what my boy Wardell's going for. Oh, instantly rinsed. That's
And
going to
round
hurt
over.
you. That's going to hurt.
I was literally just about to say, if
honestly-
he doesn't get the first
Honestly,
shot.
Ghost just took way too long in Banana.
Yeah,
Like, they
I was-
haven't heard anything there the whole round, and they're still, like, setting up Steel with, 30
They were
seconds
really,
past in the round.
the Opera being at A, I think, just gave them that false sense of
Yeah.
security.
Yeah, do you think you can, like, even if Wardell is running a glass cannon, do you think you can basically set up with a 3-man, say grab initial banana control and just leave Wardell there, even though he doesn't have armor?
No, I mean, what's going to work, best case scenario then is like he owns all of them, or he has to fall back with like 1 or 2 kills, and it's still not a guaranteed win if it's like a 3v4. and
Okay,
it's
that's
easy.
an
Yeah.
upgrade.
So
That's an AK.
I think regardless, they were planning on getting a guy back to A.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to buy now anyway, so let's see. Because Steel has the money for 1.
Yeah, probably they don't have the op though. It's a bit of an issue. They
don't,
could drop
but
it
the,
from
but
Moss.
the problem is, yeah, Sub Browser can just get something himself. Drop an AK to Wardell. Steel can give the AWP, in fact.
Actually, yeah.
Steel can buy
That
an
means
AWP.
then there's.
Here we go, he's done it.
Yeah.
They're giving the Wardell the AWP every time, mate. He's
I
on
think,
8
like,
kills.
Out of the 28 frags Wardell had on train, 23 of them were with the op. Like that's how much he had the op.
All the time.
Yep. Definitely
It's
seen
wild
worse
that they do
buys.
all these glass cannon AWPs in the same.
Ooh.
And he dies immediately again without getting killed.
Yeah.
So these AWPs not really being used very well.
Looking great for our under 21 though.
19 now.
Robin right now doing his best job to drag Taz into the couch later, as well as cast on this couch.
Yeah.
And
Look at
T
this,
there.
boys. All Neptune and I assume Steel.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
a shame.
no.
That's a real shame.
It is a bit of, it is a pretty cool
And
smoke
run
though.
into a molly yourself. And
The guy wrapping around from coils. Eventually, I think they're gonna wait this out until the smoke fades.
Yep.
All right, being
Oh, this
patient
is
about
gonna
it.
be.
There we go. That's smart play by Energy, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't know his number one. Oh, does
There
he
we
though?
are.
Pretty nice round by Ethan.
Still going to try and save this up.
Yeah, they just have to give up on this already. They get Besties open to find one guy straying off. Issue now, though, like you see how much money there are, like on people like Ethan, for instance. Like he could go aggressive in this kind of situation. I have no idea why Sabrosa is wanting to go forward here.
Should save.
He should be
escape
miles
really
away.
fast. Why is he moving up?
No, well, that was.
That was so dumb. He had no
That's a
time
shame.
left.
And Steel's
That's so
gonna die.
pointless.
And they lose the gun as well. So
I mean, you could have really done
look at that
something.
money now.
Like if he had a.
Oh, look at the money.
Dude,
Two of them would have had money
They,
for
they
guns.
could have had a real buy.
Yep.
Could have basically had a full buy.
Yep. All because they didn't do that.
Yep.
What a weird move.
I mean, that's the classic save round, right? Like you save, but you don't really save.
Yeah. Most half-hearted decision making ever.
What's hilarious is when I did a video on that exact topic about how like pro players don't save, they like commit to the save early, but then give up all the benefits of the save by losing the guns. I had so many triggered fans who were like, "I'm pretty sure pro players know exactly what they're doing. That's why they're pro players." It's like, come on, mate, not in every area. Like think about even like a pro sport. People make mistakes. You
Everyone
know, like
has mental slip-ups.
All the
Misplay a
time.
free kick or don't understand it. J.R. Smith at the end of that game.
I was
where
about
he
to say,
didn't
yeah,
understand the
Jared
clock.
was a prime example.
These are supposed to be things where, yeah, you wouldn't think a professional
Yeah.
does those moves, but they're just human.
Yeah.
He just happens to be able to throw a basketball in the hoop. Doesn't mean he's super smart, you know. I mean, in that case, I can pretty much categorically tell you I don't think he is. That's where.
But like particularly in sports, you know, like it's much more important, basically any sport, to have 10% more talent than to be 30% smarter.
Of course.
Because that extra 10% is going to get you so many kills, even if you put yourself in dumb situations.
Yeah. Which in you
I'd
know,
rather just be athletic out there, women just trying to get the pipe, than fabulously talented, you know, great mind for the game.
it's like a distraught artist kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a rough spot.
You're not getting a lot of pipe there. Or not laying the pipe, I guess. Energy to their credit, turning this around. I feel like Ghosts have made this really hard for themselves, though, just in terms of how they've handled their economy, but live and you learn.
This is a free kill right here.
Oof.
He almost messed it up.
Yeah,
but
it took a little
he's
bit
got
longer.
it.
He doesn't have a defuse kit, though, but I guess he might be able to bait some people forward here. Then he makes a bunch of noise, so no reason for...
And they flashed himself out, though.
All right, gets an AK out of it. Not too bad.
Test. Am I back? Cool.
Were you ever gone?
I was gone.
I think this is a big round right now for Ghost. Like, if you look at the money, Wardell's almost certainly going to buy an AWP.
Yeah, this is going to be
another
like the
big
best
round.
buy they've had pretty much all game, or on the CT side.
Again, Cirque also had 1 billion AWPs as well. That's one thing I think makes some of these guys a bit overrated as AWPers. It's like, I'm sorry, if you give some really amazing AWPer this many AWPs in a game, it's not often he's going to have like 8 kills 20 rounds into the game. Come on.
Yeah, the way they have bad games is they don't have money to buy those ups. And they just constantly save. Going for that 2v3 or not properly saving at least, like that was
That could end up
that's
being
gonna
the game
go down as
changer.
one of the biggest
Yeah.
mistakes.
If they
they
don't win
have.
this game 2-0, that's the round that blew it.
Yeah.
Because you would have had 1 round ahead, your economy would already have been at that point where you
Yep.
could have turned it immediately. MNRG probably wouldn't have been on that great money if you win the round after.
What a mistake. Particularly because you can speak with your coach, so there should be someone saying like, guys, we can buy, fall back, please don't die. Well, there's Steel.
At least they get the trade. We're pushing aggressively. Actually, Sabrosa, yeah, finds Fugly as well before he dies.
Yeah,
So-
I'm
They're
not
rotating
too
back.
ecstatic about that trade if I'm Ghost.
Oh, the timing, let's see.
It's
They're
not
rotating
ideal.
back
Obviously, you
over.
lose,
This is
lose
The
a lot of
players
punch
need
towards
to
it's
A.
about to
set
be
up.
unfortunate.
No, he's not.
It's
Well,
about
is
to
that
be
Kusta
unfortunate.
CT spawn?
Yeah.
The bad side here is if they miss the shot, they're probably like,
Ooh.
That's big.
That was big. That was needed.
He can get one more out for this as well. Holds it. Oh. He actually goes for the drag instead through
that
this one.
literally, yeah, looked like it almost went through him still.
They're going to wait for the boost. Oh, the timing could be perfect here. All right, gets out. Still the smoke on Neptune. They got a
Huge clutch.
defuse kit as well.
Huge.
This is where Cirque is really good, though.
Yeah.
The close range kind of shotgun style opping. If he's not looking the right way, though, that could be bad.
Oh, this is going to be a rough one. If you miss this so hard, there we go.
Not a lot of time.
What
though.
a win by Ghost. What a big win from Ghost.
Nice.
And Neptune actually barely surviving there is so big as well because he has the defuse kit. If he drops that, there's probably not enough time for Kusa to pick it up and then defuse.
Well, no money now. This is a must win.
Yeah. This is where you have to bring it back. We're like seeing the same situation over and over again though, like with that, like how much of a swelling there is to the money of the T side. Like it's rarely that we see T sides get reset anymore. Like in a proper fashion. There's very few ecos ever.
Wardell has 38, is that ADR in the entire game?
Yeah. That's like the downside of like playing it up again. Like if you hit something, then you know that's going to be a kill. If you're not connecting with anything and you're only playing off, then you're not really doing anything to soften players up. Unless you have just like incredible utility usage, which is very rare. All right, hot start.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Oh, unfortunate on the last one, but nice try.
Question is like, is there any point going for the retake at this point?
Feels like they want to.
Yeah. Still a smoke down
The
on
problem
Cirque.
is because they know next round the money's wrecked. I actually think they're just going to go for it.
Yeah. If I'm
Just
them,
say-
I'm holding
just
it
say
onto
fuck
it,
it.
and I'm putting Kusa in like a forward position to see if he can actually get something
Oh no!
done.
Here we go. The saving.
Yeah. I think that's the right option. That's the way to go. Again, like maybe, yeah. Didn't you speak about like how Wardell used to do like the bunny hop stuff into
Yep.
mid? Like, yeah, Kusa could do something similar, get aggressive, like
If he has to
not
spawn.
necessarily peeking towards second mid, but actually, yeah, do the wide peek
Is
towards.
this round win-loss right now?
Yeah,
So that's definitely why they saved right away.
or win last win, yeah.
Win-loss win, yeah. So they're hurting. Is he
It
going
goes
to
to
toss
some-
this to Wardell? No, he's good at spawn, though. He's going to maybe say pick mid and then follow me, Wardell, and then 3B or something.
Wait, he's dropping it to steal? What?
I'm going to stop talking now.
No, but like this doesn't make.
Maybe just because...
Steel doesn't have the best spawn. I guess he might be more. Well, he's not even going for the aggressive.
Yeah.
All right, are they doing the tower on the corner? Is that it? Oh, this is gonna go so badly. This would have been so ideal if
That's
Kusa
so
had the off.
depressing. That's so depressing. Get the AWP. Nah, that's
Oh, Neptune's holding them back at
Ooh,
least.
wow.
what?
Your boy Neptune, Duncan.
4v2 here. Don't
recover
overextend
this
too
AWP.
much. This can go into a 4v3 real quick if they're not
Smoke
careful.
off, go in, get the AWP, get out. What a huge round for Ghost.
Good position.
This should have been like a
Oh,
no-win
there we
round
go.
as well.
Yep.
And not only that, they're only losing one person at the moment.
If you're Sub Rosa, I feel like
There's
you
one.
just bail out after that first frag when you hear the second guy coming up mid. Just like bail out into apps, hang out. Breezy can never actually plant the bomb without feeling like threatened by a potential pincer. So now they're actually giving him a chance. Like playing from this pip position, you could definitely win out.
Well, especially as, I mean, not a bad range. There we go, there's one.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
yep. And Ghost bring it back at least. Are they
Yep.
gonna be able to find an op as well somewhere?
I don't think there was one, was there? Because Cirque was playing with AK, wasn't he?
There was an op in B, like right at the entrance.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
although
they're
the
letting him
seal
run all
loss.
the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he actually just gonna hold it right away? He could have waited longer.
He's going to get to it in time. It's just right up there.
There we go. Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Nicely done.
Getting that up.
But we're still confused about why they want to drop it for Steel if he's going to throw up his smoke. Like, why wouldn't you just have Kusa do the initial peek?
Yeah, I did.
Obviously, they can't know that Energy are pushing quickly at Banana, but I mean, if you're doing something aggressive, give it to the guy who's going to be further forward. All right. We'll see how this pans out. Oh, Dab's taking a lot of damage.
So NRG did the big comeback, and then Ghost just stopped it immediately, and now we're heading, in theory, back in the direction of a win.
Yeah.
Problem
I mean-
is, as you see, their economy is never good, though.
Yeah.
It's always like someone's underpowered, someone's got a gun without proper armor. It's always the case.
Yeah, it's very on the edge the entire time for Ghost. I guess like a good thing here for them though is the fact that energy are
This is going
kind
to
of
be a
running
hard
out.
hold for Wardell. See what he's already let the first guy get past. It's a nightmare. There's one. That's the
Let's
bomb.
bomb too.
There's a molly.
Oh, that's
big.
good.
Key thing here is you're not losing men as well.
Yeah.
There we go. You kept 4 men alive. Now you've
Brilliant
has a
round.
chance. Now you have a chance. Oh, look at the NRG economy.
Yeah.
This is starting to look like the 2-0 again. It's looking good. Because that's the other thing about NRG that I have noticed most people also haven't picked up on, right? If they want to be a top team, you know what? Some of the maps they play, like maybe like 3 maps in the pool, I think, yeah, they're legit on. They could do it. If they have full gun rounds, if they get all the weapons for everyone, yeah, they can sometimes look good. They aren't a particularly sick low econ team.
Yeah, it doesn't turn
Most
around
of the top
rounds.
teams at the moment have that in their arsenal, you know.
I mean, they have like, I guess the player types for it. I mean, I could see Ethan doing that kind of stuff. Same thing with Breezy as well. But yeah, they don't really come through in the clutch in that sense. Obviously, like the obvious example would be like Simple and Navi, but not everyone can be Simple.
No, it's like at this point in time, I feel like it was the same thing when I was doing work in League of Legends. Like, if you ever have to give an example and the example you give is Faker in League of Legends, it's like that's literally the biggest outlier possible. Like, you should remove that and try and your whatever your principle you're making probably isn't a very strong one if that's your go-to example. You know? It's like same with Simple. It's like you can't just be like, well, why don't they just do that like they do with Simple and Navi? It's like, no, because no one can really do that because no one's Simple. So,
All right, Ghost back in the lead.
that's weird. Look at the odds on Ghost to win now.
I mean, now's the time to shine, right?
Yeah,
Hop on GG bet
now's the time to
immediately.
bet on, unless they had them wrong with that.
I
That's
mean, yeah,
bizarre.
I mean, those odds
3.6 to win
definitely,
from 13,
definitely
12.
were not correct. There's no chance.
Well, when was that calculated?
There is no chance that that was correct.
Oh,
So hop on over there, lap up all that gravy.
bet responsibly though.
That would be the name of it. Well, if I make my own company, I'll call it Bet Responsibly. That way, everyone who says that is inadvertently giving me advertising. And ironically, I'll give them wildest lines ever so people don't bet responsibly. That's my evil plan.
the true
for,
con,
For
yeah.
residual income once I get tired of working. Once I actually want to be able to finish a day of work and then not go and record a video in my room while you all eat steaks and enjoy a beer. Once I hit that point. And just like that,
Shade right now.
just like that, back in the room. No, just saying I want that life.
Is that the life you have? I see you wearing Yeezys and
It's not bad. It's
We're
not bad. I
making it
can't
rain.
complain. Put it this way, if you know where we all were in 1.6, none of us can complain.
oh fuck
It's pretty
yeah.
sick, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
That's why it doesn't matter how many
I made
people...
$1,500 this month. Yeah.
No matter how many people hate on you on Reddit, it's like, I'll take that hate if you get this life for it. So, I'll take that in an instant. Because for anyone who doesn't know, on our much, much smaller level, we still had proportionally just as many people telling us we were morons and didn't know anything, but we just didn't have all the money and all the sick life. So, again, I'll take that deal all day long, you know. And just like that, NRG back in the driving seat.
Yeah. It was like a really weird situation with Steel and Kusta there over on B. It's like Kusta comes over to help Steel when he gets flashed, but ends up just blocking Josh so he can't actually bail out and dies.
That's
Kusta
another.
never gets into position.
If he can get another one now, ooh, that's unfortunate. Let's see. Well, they're going to buy, so this is still fine for Ghost.
Yeah, they have quite a bit of money saved up currently. Even if they lose
Meanwhile,
this, if
NRG's
if
just
all
won
of them
that round,
don't
and their
die,
money is not strong at all.
yeah, so
But
this is still.
That's so rare you could
It's a
ever put
huge
the
round
tees
for
on
Ghost.
a
Yep.
scenario like that, especially on Inferno.
Good
Come
call.
on.
I mean, getting those
Facts.
2 kills was actually pretty big in the end.
Wardell's got to do something, though. Come on, you can't just have 12 kills the whole game. Come on, man.
We can allow him to get to 20. So that's
I mean, you
okay
can
with
get
us.
6 kills in the next 2 rounds.
We can live with that. Alright, I like this approach on Ghost now. Got into op on Kusta, posted him up alone towards Banana, so that allows for your Steel attacks to rotate over. Gonna have a pretty solid A defense, actually, if he gets over there in time.
What a
That's
messy fight
Neptune,
that
actually,
was.
yeah.
Boy, Neptune.
Standing tall.
He's doing really well this
He's
series.
been putting in work. Come on, Steel.
This guy and Banana could do so much now, though. They do so much.
I don't know why Kusta's moving that far forward with the knob.
I mean, this is...
Run back. You're stuck to a wall.
That's the bomb. You just spotted it.
Oh.
Thinks he's being flanked. There's one.
It's not his job.
Okay.
1v2. Come on.
Why did Fugly pick up the op?
Yeah, no, I think he. Oh well, I thought he would think better of it, but maybe
He's
not.
faked him out, though. He's going to get the plant.
Yeah, but he has the op.
I guess, well, if he gets the bomb plant down and he gets to pit, which
Yeah,
again he's
exactly.
obviously he's going to be able to do, then he stands a great chance. Wardell has to pretty much put down the smokes at the right spots for this to work. I'm a little bit surprised, but they haven't either pushed in towards B at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they should have...
Oh, this is bold. He's going to go round.
Ooh.
Oh, he's going up. Whatever.
He's got a Molotov as well, though, so you can use that for the bomb site.
I feel like if he either went halls or went rap, it's better than this.
Mm.
Because now,
I
Oh,
feel like
this is
this
a
is
nightmare
just-
spot to be in.
yeah, he could smoke off the bomb and flash. I mean, he could still win
I mean,
it.
they can tap the bomb from the other side and then quickly
Oh,
knock back out
yeah.
again. You see
That
what I mean?
negates the
This is the
molly.
worst spot to be
Yeah.
in. There's one. 1v1.
That smoke
Tap
was-
it. Tap the bomb.
Yeah, you need to move him forward. Force him out.
Why isn't he tapping?
No way. And he lets go? Oh, he doesn't have a kit.
So Rosa, go to the corner, big pit.
Wow.
That was
Why didn't they
Fugly's up.
coordinate there?
Fugly's
Yeah.
up.
But why did the two players not coordinate? That was a bit weird.
yeah.
Don't know.
Like some of the decision making from Ghost, as well as they've played to get to this stage, hasn't really been too impressive.
In the last, 10 rounds, though, this game just went haywire. Like, they're
Yeah.
constantly swinging back and forth.
I don't even know if that's teamwork as much as
It's like individuals taking it
Cirque
on themselves.
underhands or Wardell underhands the smoke, and then Jiggle peeks porch where he's obviously isolated.
Yeah. No, yeah.
You just smoke off porch and then diffuse. If the guy comes out halls, your
You
teammate
got buddy,
trades him.
yeah.
If he spams you through smoke, it's unlucky, but at least the smoke's covering it,
Yeah.
and your team.
Young Neptune quietly on 24 there.
Yeah, no, he's been doing really well for himself.
Nicely done.
Unfortunately, he's the only one from his team for this map. By the way, Steel was like 10-4, 11-4, pretty early on T side.
Now he's 17 and 17.
Yeah, so he's 6 and 13 since mid.
Everybody's been having a rough time on the CT side, pretty much outside of Neptune. Neptune just keeps going
What-
back to
what
that B
was
spot as
that?
well. I don't ask. It's like the freebie.
It's just inting at this point in
I'm
time.
not really sure what kind of investment they were looking to get, or what they were looking to get out of this investment either. It's like Wardell with
That's
no
us,
utility,
man. That's
Colts, and the rest of them with pistols. It's like, what do you hope to make
No,
out of
this
this?
is a perfect example of where it's like, oh, just buy up whatever you can. Why, though? What we're going to do with that?
Again, yeah, it's like with how much issues you've had of just stringing rounds together on the CT side, why aren't you allowing yourself to get at least as good of a buy as possible? It's not like you're going to be able to do much with pistols.
I mean, logically,
At least
Wardell
boost up,
should save,
boost
right?
up Wardell here. Okay, there we
Unless
go.
he gets the first kill, you got to say, oh, this is
this-
perfect.
Yeah, gets
Kill the
bomb.
planter.
There. Oh,
And, the bomb went down, though.
that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. If he kills that bomb, that would be so interesting, the spot he's in there.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, that's an AWPer, baby.
Well, there goes the second map. What a horrible work by Ghost.
I know. That's
end the
either a
second half.
save or it's a... No, it's so many weird errors.
Yeah, that was bad play by Ghost in the second half. Just poor play.
Then again, they also did get so much out of some of the gambles they did. It's like, you can't just do that 7 times and a half and expect to win them all.
Yeah.
Like, sooner or later, you have to actually build a legit economy.
Oh, I got to talk things through. Obviously, there's no reason not to buy in here. I guess they're just trying to figure out what they're purchasing up, if they're focusing on utility
Their
and
buy's going
pistols
to
and
be
not.
so terrible in it, look.
Yeah. Scout on Wardell.
Scout.
Double
Two
scout,
scouts.
actually. All right. Well, they're going to have to be active
Oh,
at least.
Lord, look at this buy. We're going to 3 maps, aren't we? Look at this buy. This is where you just send Daps to farm up all those pistols, isn't it? Like, come at me, brat.
It's pretty rough.
Oh,
Double
that's one free
scout,
kill.
yeah.
It's not looking good for Ghost.
So Rose actually gets 2 tags, right?
This is looking really bad. This is basically
GG.
map at this point in time. Fugly. That's it. Even though the man of the hour, Neptune, was finally. There's another kill. 25, 19 health though. This is going to be rough. Might be able to get this first and slot.
That's
3
rough.
maps it is.
Yeah.
3 maps it is. Thing about this one is though, okay, so first map, NRG in a great position. Somewhat blow it, but also they don't make the plays they need to, so they can't blame anyone except themselves. But they lose that map. Second map, Ghost gets back into the game again and again. Every time NRG's headed towards the win, it's like there's a force. They win like some amazing round. Ghost should feel like, oh, we should have won 2-0 now. Now we go to the third one. Who does this one favour, do you think?
I mean,
See, I'm switching back to NRG on this one. I think NRG wins the third.
I am too.
I feel like
I was
feel like
leaning
they
on.
They look more, first of all, like more stable to me. Secondly, they don't just do these stupid force buys all the time.
It's really hard to assume Ghost is going to win a close game after seeing some of their judgment calls.
Yes.
Yeah.
On that final half. That was just bad.
Like,
That
here's the
was
thing:
rough.
if you are a legit underdog, I don't mind some of these calls. Like, yeah, it gives you a chance to win. You do some unorthodox stuff. But like, actually, in this game, like we've been discussing, you should think of yourself as like a peer of NRG.
Yeah.
Like, we're just as good as them. So if we're just as good as them, and we believe Wardell's one of the best AWPers, and we believe that Koost is some sick player, then we should be trying to get real gun rounds where they have real guns, all the economy, every piece of utility you need, and then we're just going to win 4 of those runs in a run. That's how we're going to win the game. We're not just going to always have one man slightly without the gun, or one man has, like, Steel so many times there, had to buy the grenades and not a proper gun.
Yeah. No, they kind of play themselves, and I mean, again, it also falls back to the fact that they just, like not saving properly in situations where they stand nothing to gain really, and after plant positions, like a lot of just unnecessary stuff out of them, and I don't think that's obviously.
Exactly.
I think you're gonna get punished more on a map like Nuke from doing that
Just
than you're
listen
gonna
to
do
the
on
money
Inferno as well.
man. Listen to the money man.
Skrill
That's
Lord.
Wardell there, where he has enough for an AWP and 1 flash. Goes, "Oh, look at all the money I've got. How many glass cannon AWPs has he bought in this series alone? It's about 6 or something at this point in time. And
Probably more. I think it's time for a short break.
yes.
Yeah.
The decider.
So yeah, we're gonna go to a short break, and we'll be back with Nuke. See you then.
A Moses break.